All right, welcome to Mr. Pape's Chemistry and Conceptual Chemistry classes. This will be your first video that you're going to watch, and what I'm going to do is try and give you a little taste of what you need to do when you go into the modules for these two courses. So, in doing these two courses, when you go in, and I will say that I'm just going to reference the chemistry page. Those of you are in conceptual chemistry, it's going to look very similar to this. It's just going to say conceptual chemistry up here at the top instead of chemistry. All right. So when you go into these, I'm going to step out of the side. It'll make it hopefully a little bit easier for you to see this. What you are going to see is, in order to go into these modules, where you need to go is you need to go to this spot right here, the modules. And you're going to click on the modules. Always go into them through that direction. Okay, so I'm going to click on modules. Once I do that, then it shows this very first set of assignments for the first day. In doing these assignments, or looking at these assignments, on this module number 1, which says classroom rules, both virtual and face-to-face, along the edge on this, right over here, I know it seems weird for me to use my finger to point, but I'm finding it works better than the little pointer for you to see. But out in front of these, there's a little, what looks like a piece of paper with writing on it, and it's got the little tab corner bent over. Those indicate something that you need to look at, something that you need to read. For this assignment, it's actually just the notes, or I'm sorry, the rules for the class as to how I want this class to work while we're going through all this. In the future, what it will be is it'll probably be something like the notes. What you will need to do on the notes in future, the next modules and beyond, is you will have to open those and you will have to copy those handwritten into a notebook that you have. And then as one of the assignments that you're going to submit is you will submit to me a picture of your notes handwritten inside that notebook. And that will be one of your assignments that you have to do. I do not want it printed, all right, because I don't want you to just print it off and then take a picture of it. No, the idea is I want you to write it down. After you've written it down, then you're going to watch a video. That would be the lecture in class going over the notes. So you'll be able to see and hopefully write some extra notes in your notes about things as we go through them. All right. So remember, that's what these little icons that have the little piece of paper with a tab in the corner. Then down here at the bottom one that you'll see when you open this up is a piece of paper. Same idea, but it's also got a little pencil on it. Because it's got a little pencil, that indicates that this is the spot where you're going to submit an assignment. The other way you'll know this is because it's got a number out in front. This is the first assignment for this day. And it's also got some points with it. That indicates also that this is the spot where you need to submit something. All right. So you want to make sure that you note those. Those are going to be the spots where you're going to submit things like the idea of in the future submitting a copy of your handwritten notes. And also you're going to have to submit the answers to your homework that you do and the quizzes that we will have almost every day. All right. With that, what I am going to have you do is there will be a question at the end of this, and you're going to have to answer the question and then submit that to me so that I know that you get the idea as to how to submit, and for myself so that I know how to grade them too. Because I will admit to you guys, this is very new to me. I am not a very techie type person, so please bear with me as we go through this. And we'll all get through this pandemic together and hopefully get to the end and we'll actually learn some chemistry out of this. We'll learn some new stuff. One of the ways in which I like to teach is I like to always teach so that when you go out to Myers or Walmart, you're going to see things in those stores and you'll be able to say, oh, Mr. Pape talked about this. This was something that we talked about in chemistry. And oh, I know what this means or how this relates to my life. So that's one way in which I like to do. I'll try and make as much as possible relating to your life. So, all right. So that's a little introduction on that. Remember the whole idea that when it's just a piece of paper with a tab, that's something you're going to read. If it's got a piece of paper with a tab and it's got a pencil on it, that's the spot where you have to actually submit the work. All right. So with that, I'm going to show you the question that you need to answer. I'll bring that up, and then you need to submit this to me. So let me bring this thing up. Again, like I said, I'm not the most techie person in the world, but here comes the question. Once my computer opens, there we go. All right, so there's the question. The question I want you to answer and then send me a picture is draw a picture of the icon that will be present to indicate an assignment that needs to be submitted. All right, so I just want you to draw that picture and then take a picture of your picture that you drew, all right, and then submit that to me. All right, with that, let's see if we can get through this pandemic and get back to a point where we can all get together in class and function together again. So with that, we're going to get through this year together, and we'll see you on the next video.